Today is August 3rd, 2023. This journey in day trading has come a long way, and yet it seems like I've been going in the same direction for a while. Now I'm moving in the right direction. And then I suddenly realized what's happening in the day trading world is actually being replicated in the actual other worlds. I am so fortunate that I have the opportunity to rent a office here at Office Evolution, which allows me the luxury of using a communal refrigerator where I today went to Costco and bought 4-pound hot dog links so I can eat it in the evening, and it sits there, and an office space where I can drink as much coffee as I want, but I don't drink coffee. Coffee does weird things for me. And then I drink a lot of water, which water is good. Then I was in the refrigerator today, and then I saw this. See, Office Evolution has lots of small companies that rent offices here. One of the offices is a home loan company. And so I was pouring out some hot sauce on my pizza, and I looked over and I noticed that they were just waiting. So it seems like because they're either in the refi business, most likely a refinance business where people have mortgages and they want to lower their interest rate, and so they're tapping into that resource and they're waiting for the customers. So I had made a connection between what professional day traders do and what novice day traders do. And me having been a novice day trader and still am, but making a transition, it's like I would say, I wonder, it reminds me of the 2001 Space Odyssey and Barbie. The movie Barbie copies that same thing. And what happens is these monkeys are flat, they're on Earth, and then this monolith lifts up and goes vertical. That means that a learning is achieved, an evolution has achieved. An evolution has been achieved to the point where the same line of thinking that could not lift above, it's just a flat line and there was no way to see up. Now that I have separated gambling with the actual practice of using concrete statistical probability, that is a separation between the flatland, okay? And when I put like a EKG on my heart, right, electrocardiogram or something like that, cardio meaning the heart or something like that, medical terminology for it. So that means that it goes like this and beats like 60 beats per second or something like that, right? Some people who have high rate of blood pressure, their heart rate is like 80 beats per second, maybe per minute, 80 beats per minute. So what I've noticed is that on my recent trades, professionals talk about that, and I can see why. And some people say, like, I've been watching this on YouTube, and what they do is they say, okay, I just wait for my signal, and trading is very boring. Meaning that what they're doing is they're waiting to get in, and they're waiting to get out. So in those times, it's just boring. Even if I enter, it's just boring because there's a statistical probability of its behavior. And when I enter, when I'm already in, there's a statistical probability of it moving, whatever it is. So trading is essentially boring. So that when they talk about trading is boring, yeah, it's boring. because the unknown has been wrapped up into a statistical probability, pocketed into a known variability of that particular trade, and it cannot deviate unless some sort, even if there's a black swan event that occurs, there is a capturing of limits that are placed, which renders it renders the trade harmless. Okay, and it is essentially about waiting to get in and waiting to exit. That's exactly it. Like go to the DMV, it's the same thing. Waiting to be serviced, and then once I'm serviced, then I can get the heck out of there, right? So, unless I don't have the documents and I have to go back home and get the documents and then come back in, extra amount of waiting. So what I've noticed about these individuals who are, particularly these people, refi people, they're waiting for customers. They're waiting for the customers to pick to the point where they can make the right trades to enter and then make the right trades to exit. It's essentially that is, and there's probably certain signals that says, okay, when I reach this milestone, I'll take 90% out. When it reaches this point, I'll take the rest of the 10% out, or something like that. So it's essentially, when they talk about waiting, it's just waiting. The difference between novice and a professional day trader is novice is they have this insatiable need to put the bet in to get that high, that adrenaline rush, that need to feed their gambling addiction. And so that separation is essentially like the Space Odyssey 2001. 2001 Space Odyssey, whereupon this monolith lifts up to the ground and creates a third dimensional view of the world.